Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Welcome back to an update that I did not intend on doing. Before we get into it, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, and my merch store to help the channel to continue to grow and go. The links to Patreon and PayPal are in the description below, my merch displayed directly under this video. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, the links to which are also in the description as well. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get into this update, shall we? So I'm sitting in my studio/office. Beautiful sunny day out today. Very cold, but really warm and sunny in my studio. And I'm thinking about what's been going on in Virginia. Actually, I was thinking about conspiracies. And then popped in what's been going on in Virginia and West Virginia. Buchanan, Tazewell counties, Mercer County of West Virginia, and all of these strange disappearances. Excuse me. So I contacted the Virginia State Police Public Relations Office, and I spoke to a woman there. I asked if I could record our conversation. She said she'd rather have it not be recorded. I said, I understand. Gave her my name. And I didn't record it because with all of the stuff that's going on with YouTube and penalizing channels and this and that, and one of my videos getting taken down recently, I am not going to risk my channel. So I said, my name's Jeffrey Nadolny, and I am the representative of Nadolny Narrations. I am doing kind of a little expose on the massive amounts of disappearing people or disappearances in Virginia and West Virginia border. I said pretty much the southern part of the states. And, maybe southwest. I pretty much said, I just recently looked into the disappearance and the discovery of Richard Honecker, Jonathan Kelly, and Robert Poor. Robert Poor was from Mercer County. I said, we have Myra Remy still missing, William Cole, and Brendan Schools from Virginia. And she kind of said, I wasn't aware of the amount of people and the amount of bodies being discovered, because I was like, listen, within 3 weeks to a month, there was 3 bodies discovered, all within a very small radius. So then, now I'm not saying this lady was rude at all, and I'm not saying anything negative about her. She was a very, very kind person to answer my questions and take her time out of her day to talk with me. But then came the public relations training that I'm sure they all have to go through. So then the training kicked in to kind of try to divert my questions to fill in the answers that she had prearranged or very quickly, right off the top of her head, or paper sitting right on her desk. But then I said, listen, I mean no offense, and I'm not saying you guys are not doing your jobs. Please don't think that. I have family that was in law enforcement. I respect law enforcement. I said, but the people that I'm speaking to, or the people that I'm communicating with back and forth, are very upset. They don't feel like these people are getting the just due. And I shared this heartwarming Facebook post from a woman. Where is Myra Remy? Where is William Cole? Where is Richard Honecker? Where is Brendan Schools? Where is Jonathan Kelly? These are all people in or adjacent to frequently traveled through Buchanan County, poor folk with histories that they were not proud of, who all went missing in the span of almost 2 years. How many more will go missing? Why aren't they searching for these people with the same ferocity Gabby Petito got? Do these lives matter less because their parents were not middle class or because they are Appalachian? Does our local police force care less than the police in other states? I just don't understand. Where are the search parties, the helicopters, the cadaver dogs, and the search and rescue teams? So after that, I said, now this statement, I mean, no disrespect to the memory of Gabby Petito or her family. But I said, the world stopped for this girl. I said she was no more of a YouTube celebrity than myself. So the girl had like 100 subs. No one even knew who she was until she disappeared. That's, pretty much what happened. And then all of the internet sleuths on Twitter and this and that jumped the bandwagon, and that's what made her famous. But nobody's paying attention to these poor folk in Virginia, West Virginia. Then she threw in a very strange. She said, well, it's just like if a white person goes missing or a person of color goes missing. What happens is the family of the people of color say, we don't go deep enough or hard enough. And I stopped right there and I said, that does not make any sense to me. Nor does it fit the script. I said, I'm assuming that if there was any people of color missing, they would be treated with the same BS search and rescue that these people are getting. These guys are getting nothing. Then she stated that, well, these communities are poor. I said, well, the Facebook post said that. A lot of suicide rate, a lot of drug addiction, a lot of fentanyl, heroin, meth. I said, okay. I said, well, it's funny because there was 2 attacks by an unknown animal in Tennessee, Cott County, Tennessee, that I covered, that when the victims were written about, their addiction was brought up immediately. That has nothing to do with it. first, she didn't really even know that these 3 bodies had been discovered, and she's public relations, which was kind of strange to me. She knew about, obviously, about the disappearances. But when I was like, bodies are popping up left and right in the last month, and she goes, bodies? I said, bodies, ma'am. I said, Robert Poor, West Virginia, Mercer County. I said, Richard Honecker. I mean, Jonathan Kelly, Buchanan. None of it's making sense. Guys, my throat hurts today, so I'm drinking tea. I apologize if you hear me sipping on it. So, I thanked her for her time. I played nice. But I didn't get anywhere. Did I think I was going to get anywhere? No. I really didn't. But I tell you what got me thinking more was to kind of look into the 3 other cases that are on this list. Because last upload I said there's 3 marked off of this list. No, there's 3 still remaining. Myra, Remy, William Cole, and Brendan Schools. So the first one that we're going to look at is Myra Remy. Missing since September 6th of 2020. Buchanan County, Virginia. She's a female, white, 47 years old, 5'8", 125. Last seen wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt, a gray or blue shirt, gray leggings, and bright pink sneakers, carrying a Coach purse. Caucasian female, blonde, brown eyes. Remy had faded laser-treated tattoo on her left ankle and a scar on her left knee. Her ears were pierced. Her natural color of her hair is brown. Remy was last seen in the Indian Creek area in Buchanan County, Virginia, near Davenport, in the early morning hours of September 6, 2020. Her boyfriend said he had let her out of his pickup on Indian Creek Road. She had never been heard from again. Few details are available in her case. So then I kind of looked more into the boyfriend was questioned. There's no anything even remotely close to linking him. There's a $5,000 reward offered for the information of missing Buchanan County, Virginia woman. Family and friends of missing Buchanan County, Virginia woman are offering a $5,000 reward for the information that leads to her return. Myra Gertrude Barton Remy, last seen on September 5th, exiting the vehicle of a male friend in Davenport section of the county between 2 and 4:30 that morning. Remy, 47, 5'8", blonde hair, brown eyes, last seen wearing gray hoodie, gray leggings, gray or blue shirt, and pink shoes. Well, there was a case in Florida where a gentleman was dropped off in a very secluded location. There was no foul play. He was later found torn apart. There was no foul play. They investigated the boyfriend. They did not suspect him of anything. I believe he can account for his whereabouts and stuff like that. Needless to say, he's not a suspect. But here's something that I noticed. Obviously, she's not very poor. She may be middle class, but not poor. They're offering a $5,000 reward. It's not a lot, but it's still, throw it together quick. She's got a Coach purse. Coach purses are not cheap. They're not Gucci, but they're not cheap. If she was obviously poor, She wouldn't have a Coach purse. So that explanation that the public relations person gave me kind of went out the window. And then I looked into the Brendan schools. Let's get into that one real quick. Pounding Mill, Virginia, the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in a missing man. Brendan Michael Schools, last seen August 29th in Pounding Mill. Schools' phone has not been active since the time he was last seen. He has various tattoos on his arm, chest, and neck. School is seen most of the time with a baseball cap and sunglasses. The 36-year-old has severe medical condition that require medical attention and may need medical assistance. So, out of the 3 articles that I looked on Brendan Schools, they all said the same thing. There was nothing major. Very short, nondescript BS. Excuse me. Like I said, guys, my throat is just terrible today. There's something that I want to tie into this, but I'll tie it in after we look at Mr. William Cole. April 20th, 2021. William Arthur Cole Jr. was reported missing Monday evening. He has not been seen for about a week and a half. Investigators believe he may have went walking in the woods near his home in the Chicken Ridge section of Buchanan County. Cole is the Buchanan County Sheriff's Office is currently looking for this missing elderly person. 76 years old, 5'5", 185, deputies, investigators, first responders spent last evening searching the area around his residence. The search was suspended due to darkness. The search resumed in the morning. The 21st, Jewel Ridge, Virginia, April 21st. Before snow and cold weather moved into the area, a search continued for missing Buchanan County man, April 20th. William Arthur Cole Jr. was reported missing Monday evening. He's not been seen for a week and a half. Investigators believe he went for a walk in the woods near his home. Cole is 76 years old. He is 5'5", 185 pounds. Deputies, investigators, first responders spent Monday evening searching the area for his residence. The search was suspended due to darkness. The search resumed on the 20th to no avail. Buchanan County Sheriff's Office, Virginia State Police, Whitewood Fire Department, Knox Creek Fire Department, Jewel Ridge Fire Department, and Virginia Department of Emergency Management conducted an extensive search around the area, which also included drones on Tuesday. Additionally, an aerial search was performed by the Virginia State Police Med Flight. Mr. Cole was not found. Another search will be scheduled. The investigation is continuing. Vincent. Buchanan County first responders are still trying to locate a man who was reported missing on Monday. Pretty much the same things. But in this one, they share everything that's the same. Everything's the same. They did use drones to search for Mr. William Cole. He does not fit in the poor, drug-addicted stereotype that the public relations officer wanted to use as why these people go missing. Well, because they're poor and they're drug addicts, they go missing, and then they turn up dead. Okay. That makes sense. So, out of the people that they found, we have Richard Timothy Honecker, 36 years old. He went missing back in March of 2021 in Richlands, Virginia, which I believe is Tazewell County. He was 36. Okay? Please remember this. Jonathan Kelly, 36, of Whitewood, Virginia. He's 36. Whitewood is where Mr. Arthur Cole, fire department, were looking for him as well. Then we have Robert Moore, who in one article they say is 39, in another article they say is 36. Kind of weird. Actually, in two articles he's 36. So is he 36 or 39? I'm going to go with 36. And then, of course, the disappearance of Eric Smith, who was never found. But Robert Poor, 36. Jonathan Kelly, 36. Richard Honecker, 36. Brendan Schools, 36. What's that about? You know, you can say coincidence. But when there's 4 36-year-old males, all within the same description, something's up with that. The others have different ages, but I for some reason, there's some sort of connection on this. Some sort of connection. I may be out there on this one. I may be a little kind of, I might be putting the old aluminum foil hat on this, but maybe these 3 aren't connected to Dogman. I believe Dogman is involved, some sort of cryptid involvement in all of these cases, 100%. But for these 4, possibly not. Hear me out. 4 males, all 36, go missing within a, 50 square mile radius, all within the same time. There is no coincidence in that. That right there is something that needs to be looked into. And if I'm the only one that's kicked onto this and the law enforcement hasn't, then what are they doing? Are they doing their job? No, they're not. They are. I mean, they are for the ones that matter to them, not Joe Civilian. Because we already know they don't care about Joe Civilian. And if there is any law enforcement listening to this, I'm not insulting you. I respect you. I know that our communities would not be safe if we did not have police officers. There are good ones and there are bad ones. But overall, I do respect the law enforcement community. But what, I mean, if a guy who talks in a mic on YouTube can put together this and they can't, or the media can't, then what the heck good are they? So far, just by looking into these cases, I've established that there is something going on with the 4 males. There is 1, 2, 3, Eric Smith, William Cole, Myra, Remy. They don't fit the poor, drug addicted, yada yada. Unfortunately, these 4 males do. These 4 males do. And they all have a very similar traits. They all mentioned tattoos. They all mention, I don't believe in coincidence, guys, and nor should you. So, what if these 4 males were just not involved with the Dogman attacks? Because I do believe that Myra, Remy, I do believe that Mr. Cole, I do believe Eric Smith. What if these guys are something else, something different? Like some sort of, oh God, I don't want to put the hat on today, but I'm gonna. Last night when I was talking about alien abduction, and, there was that checklist or list that was shared with the U.S. government. What if these 4 were in that? I mean, come on, guys. We're talking 50-mile square radius, a 50-mile radius. 4 males, very similar in looks, all the same age. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Anyway, I am going to continue to look into all of these cases because Eric Smith's family, they need answers. Because Robert Poor's family, they all need answers. Jonathan Kelly's family, they need answers. Richard Honecker, his family, they need answers. I mean, Myra Remy and Brendan Schools, their family needs answers. Not just closure. Because closure, my friends, is not answers. Closure is finding the body. But that's just one part of the story. You need an ending. You need an ending to every story. And unfortunately, these families aren't getting it. And they need to get it. And unfortunately, they kind of take what was given to them by the law enforcement community. This is what we can tell you. This is what you get. Don't ask any more questions because we don't have any more answers. They have the answers. They have all the answers. They know. They look at us as ignorant people who are subservient to them. Whether we be black, white, Asian American, Spanish, whatever. We don't have a badge. We don't have $1 million in our account and can't send old Thad to Harvard. We don't matter. Well, And tell you what, you guys matter to me. I matter to me. My kids matter to me. And I am going to keep looking into this until I get an answer that fits my question. With that, my friends, thank you for listening. If you guys have any information, please contact me. Any ideas, please send them my way. My email is in the description below. Please practice kindness, and may the Great Spirit watch over us all. May He guide us down that path that we call life. Till later on, my friends.